First up, some exciting news for people who do not like dying in a plane crash.
Breaking news. President Trump says the United States will issue an emergency order grounding all Boeing 737 MAX A's. After reviewing evidence from the Ethiopian Airlines crash, the U.S. is essentially the very last country to ban the aircraft from flying. Here's the president.
Any plane currently in the air will go to its destination and thereafter be grounded until further notice. So planes that are in the air will be grounded. If they're the 737 MAX, will be grounded upon landing at the destination.
Okay, now, first of all, congratulations to President Trump for issuing an emergency order for something that might actually be an emergency. Yeah, that's right. Give it up. Give it up. And also, can we appreciate how cute he is when he's trying to explain something to us that someone had to explain to him 5 minutes ago? He's like, all the airplanes will be grounded, but not the ones flying. They can land first, then they will be grounded. Some people didn't understand how you can ground a plane in the sky, but I'm not those people. I knew always those ones will be grounded. So as of today, any plane that might be unsafe to fly will be grounded until it can be repainted with Spirit Airlines on the side. Spirit Airlines, how are we not grounded? In other news, everyone who complained that Paul Manafort's sentence last week was too light, well, good news, your prayers have been answered.
This is CNN Breaking News.
A week after receiving a surprisingly light 47-month sentence in another courtroom, Manafort was given a much stiffer sentence closer to the maximum. The judge adding another 43 months on top of those 47 that he's already going to serve.
Wow. 43 months plus 47 months from the other trial. That's 90 months. Yeah, so in years, divided by 12, look, I think we all have the answer in our heads. There's no need to say it out loud. The point is, Manafort will actually be serving a lot of time in prison, although it will still feel shorter than the 5 months he spent working for Donald Trump. And as if this day wasn't bad enough for Manafort, minutes after his second sentence was handed down, the Manhattan district attorney hits him with 16 new charges. Yeah, this time involving mortgage fraud. I know, it's crazy. More crimes so soon after the last one. Paul Manafort is the Medea movies of crime. He's like, this is another one, and another one, and another one. And finally, moving on to some technology news, if you wear Apple AirPods, you may be at risk of something even worse than looking totally cool.
Officials warn those popular AirPods that so many of us have could be harmful for your brain. 250 scientists from over 40 countries have signed a petition to warn against radio wave radiation from wireless technologies. Experts warn the close proximity of wireless headphones like AirPods, especially the fact that one has to communicate through the other right through your brain. Well, that could cause some serious health risk. The radiation they emit has been linked to cancer, though, in some cases.
AirPods? AirPods might give you brain cancer. Whew. Still better than having to untangle wires. I mean, I'm sorry, people. I'm not going back, all right? I'm not going back to wires for any. Do you guys remember how tangled your shits would get? Yeah? You just put it in your pocket, and when you come out, it's like a ball that's tied for life. Every couple of weeks, I'd have to take my earbuds to an old sailor to get them straightened out. And he smoked like a chimney, and he sold me really bad Molly. So AirPods are still better for me, I think. And look, there's always these scare stories in the news, right? And half the time, they're not actually as bad as the news makes it sound. Like, for all we know, next week, they'll say that AirPods are actually good for you, you know? I mean, in comic books, radiation turns you into a superhero. Yeah. So how do you know my AirPods won't turn me into the Apple genius? Yeah, like I'm in the Justice League also, but my power is just that I know the entire iTunes terms and conditions, you know? Batman is fighting the Joker, and I'm like, Batman, prices for volume content offered via the service may change at any time. Also, look out for that guy who killed you while I was talking. Superman, Batman is dead because I speak for too long. Also, Apple's delivery of content does not transfer any promotional rights to you. Okay, Wonder Woman, you're next. You know what's funny is that even as the Apple genius, I still wouldn't be the worst DC superhero out there. Yeah.